Hey, my loves, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here this week with a new all tea, all shade, Real Housewives of New Jersey, season 13, episode 12 review. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only, not to be taken seriously or literally, meaning my jokes and jones. So if that works for you, let's get into tonight's review. So we pick up where we left off last week with the ladies leaving the restaurant that they were at in Ireland. And they're getting back on the bus. Melissa is drunk boots, honey. She is feeling saucy and good, flirting with Jen Fessler, telling her to take off her clothes. And then she says, I'm about to drunk down my ex. And baby, I was like, why did she say that around Teresa? Teresa's like, my ex. Like, girl, you know dang on well that lady was joking. Like, get somewhere and sit down. You can't even say stuff like that around Teresa because she gonna take it and run with it. I told you she was cheating on my brother. I told you she was cheating on Joe. Oh, calm down. So the next day, Paul's mom and sisters visit. Really funny, hilarious lady. And the sister is talking about her relationship with Paulie. And here go Danielle crying. Danielle crying, making the moment about her. Y'all, I'm sorry. I see right through this chick. Is she having issues with her brother? Yes. But is she really playing it up for the cameras? I 100% believe so. Like I said, since the beginning of this season, she is coming for Teresa's spot. And while Teresa is so blinded by all of this crap with her and Joe and Melissa and Louis and his shenanigans and this over-the-top wedding, she's not even paying attention that her replacement is sitting right next to her. She's coming for your throne and she's coming for you. Watch what I say. Watch what I say. This friendship between Danielle and Teresa won't last that long. Mark my words, because she is going to F Teresa over once Teresa realizes that, wait a minute, she got the same storyline as I do. Hers is fresher and newer. I'm an OG. They paying me boatloads of money to be on this show every year, but they can easily get rid of me and pay her way less, and we got the same. Because watch what I tell you, next season, that brother and that wife gonna be on her. Watch what. I can't wait to play this back next season. Oh my God, I cannot wait. So Danielle, like I said, starts to cry, talking about her brother and stuff, and Teresa and Melissa actually have a nice moment where Teresa actually compliments Melissa on how good she was with her parents, because they talk about when Melissa went on their her first family trip with them to the Dominican Republic, and how her dad, or either her mom, Teresa's dad or mom, called her basically a hussy or whatever. And Teresa was like, Melissa was always great with my parents. And I was like, okay, let's sign and date today. April, what's today? 25th, 2023. Teresa acknowledged how good Melissa was with her mom and dad. So next episode, when she say, you guys weren't even there for my dad and my mom, you weren't even there. You couldn't make time for them. I don't want her to say that crap about Melissa. Now, could it very well be about Joe? Yes, because we don't know. I mean, we always saw No complaining about Joe never came to see him. But we got it on record that Teresa said Melissa was always good with her parents. And once again, I will reiterate that I firmly stand on my opinion that the problem is between Teresa and Joe, not Teresa and Melissa. Because we see they can get along when they want to. The problem is the family dynamics. That's the issue. But anywho, so the girls have to go to a hen party for Teresa, and they get to the farm and they got to catch a hen. It's a sign of good luck. And Teresa makes Melissa do it with her. And I'm like, why is she being so nice to Melissa all of a sudden and wanting to team up with her on events and complimenting her? And I was like, oh, because Teresa knew she was wrong for bringing up Antonia. She knew she was dead wrong for bringing up Antonia the day before. And this was her way of saying, I'm sorry, because we all know she can't say it with her mouth. Because since when have we ever seen Melissa and Teresa doing activities with each other, and especially Teresa being the one to initiate it, she knew she was wrong. She knew she was wrong. So then the girls have to paint the story of Teresa's life, and Teresa started crying because she started thinking about jail and stuff. She was like, just don't add it into the jail stuff. Just don't do that. And the girls was like, girl, we are not going to put up your jail stuff. Like, who would do that except for a malicious person? So after they get done painting their little murals or whatever, Melissa goes up first and she immediately starts crying, telling a story about how Teresa's parents came over from Italy and, you know, their hopes for their family and their future and all of that stuff. And the story is a very sad one, considering where their family is at and how broken of a family that they are. And I'm just not even talking about Melissa and Joe and Teresa. I'm talking about Kathy, the Wakilis, all of that they don't even have a relationship with them because of the stubbornness that goes all the way back to Teresa's father and his sister. Like, this is just ingrained in their family to just hold grudges and hold on to past hurt and drama and all of that stuff. It's bigger than Teresa and Joe. This is a generational curse that's on their family. And they not gonna ever be right until they get the stuff right with Kathy and them. That's just what it is. So Teresa surprisingly gives Melissa a thoughtful hug. And once again, I state that the issue is not between those two, because when she wants to be and when they want to be, they can get along. They can get along. So after all the ladies do they little art thing or whatever, Teresa stands up and was like, you know, I wasn't trying to say anything bad about Antonia. I was thinking this morning, I want some part of you all in my wedding. Maybe Gino walked down the aisle with Adriana, you, Antonio, Gino, and Joey would complete it. And once again, like I said, I knew for a fact that she felt bad about what she said about Antonia. That's why she was being so nice to Melissa. So at this point, you thinking, oh, so she asking them to actually be in the wedding. Actually asking them, because I saw on social media tonight that everybody was like, Melissa got an attitude. The girl asked her if she wanted to be in the wedding. She said, no, that's not how it went down. It's not how it went down. She was like, well, do you want to be in the wedding? Well, do you want to be in it? That was what she said early on in the beginning of this season. That's not how you ask somebody. That's not genuine, because if you really wanted me to be in it, you would have asked me from the beginning. And it would have been like, hey, Melissa, I really want you and my brother and my nieces and nephews to be in my wedding. It would mean the world to me. Not, so you want to be in the wedding? I would have said no too. Like, no, I don't want to feel like I'm thirsty and begging and insinuating myself into a situation that I'm not really wanted. Come on now. So Jen was like, so are you asking them to be in your wedding? And Teresa was like, no, I'm just saying I want happiness and peace. And Melissa was looking like, and this is what we're talking about. This is exactly what we're talking about. Because you make this speech talking about something you was thinking you wanted them in the wedding. But then when you ask, do you want them in the wedding? You say no. Girl, ain't nobody got time to be playing with you. Play with your hairline. Play with your edges. But don't play with me. Ain't nobody got time for you and these shenanigans, Teresa. Please go play in traffic. Ain't nobody got time. So then the ladies have lunch. And Teresa says, you know, Louis asked Bill to be in the wedding. And I said, what? I literally said that as I was typing my notes. I said, what? Throw the whole wedding away. Throw the bride and groom away. Throw it all away, because y'all playing. Y'all playing. Y'all are playing in my face right about now. Like, the pettiness of it all, the ridiculousness of it all. What? So then she says, you know, yeah, they've been so supportive since day one. And it was just nice because I don't have family. You know, it's nice to be celebrated. So now you don't have family. And then you say this sitting a few seats down from your sister-in-law. And then you wonder why they said they didn't want to be in your wedding, because every chance you get, you throwing little jabs like this saying, I don't have family, this, that, and the third. I don't understand how people don't see what the crap Teresa be doing. Like, what is going on here? Like, oh my God. So if that wasn't a slap in the face, I'm just like, girl, girl, the hell with you. Please, the hell with you. And why would Bill say yes? Why would you say yes? First of all, Louis and Bill been knowing each other for 5 seconds. And it's literally 2 weeks before the wedding. If somebody asking you to be in their wedding 2 weeks prior, they scrambling to just fill a spot or something that's ridiculous. Because when you truly want somebody in your wedding, you asking them months in advance. I would have been like, thank you for the invite, but no, thank you. It's enough going on. You know, I'm friends with Joe. I don't want to be involved. Like, I would have said no, period, because it's too much going on. I'm friends with both of y'all. It's messy. I don't want to seem like I'm being messy, but Bill and Jennifer are just messy individuals, as we can already see. But he should have said no. He should have said no. Because, A, you don't want me to be in your wedding for real if you asking me 2 weeks before. Girl, get out of here. So Danielle started crying again. I'm like, at least you two are talking, you know, get it together and cherish life, because you never know what could happen. It just makes me think about my brother. And it's like, girl, if you this pressed about your relationship with your brother where you crying every 5 seconds, get that nigga a call. Give him a call while you trying to get everybody else advice. Allegedly, from your perspective, y'all got into it over Instagram and ain't speaking over Instagram. Girl, get out of here. That's why I say it's more to the story, and she pushing this as a storyline to get her brother and them on the show. Girl, I peep game. So Teresa and Melissa end up jumping into the little mud thing together. Once again, Teresa initiating them doing team projects with each other. So weird. It's like I'm in the Matrix. And then we see later on that night before dinner, Danielle on the phone with her husband telling him that everybody has just been so awful to her the whole entire trip. I'm like, girl, who has been awful to you? Who has been awful to you? Ain't nobody did nothing to you. Whenever you have gotten into it with somebody, it's based off something you said or you have done. So only person that started with you was Rachel when she called you out for calling her a rat. Other than that, girl, have several playing the victim. Please stop. Please. I do not like her. So then we switch back over to the States. The guys are having a guys' night at Joe Benin, but not whatever that man name is, house. And Joe Gorga finds out that Bill has been asked to be in the wedding. And he was like, yo, no disrespect to you, but you're an afterthought. 100%. And Bill, you should feel like a fool, a douchebag, a tampon. Because once again, why would you say yes? And then here go Bill Thompson. I mean, but we're okay with that. Obviously you are, because you clout chasing. You looking for a moment. Boy, sit down. So the guys then get high off of Frank's supply because he trying to get into the marijuana business. And Bill was like, you know, Joe, you should get high and have a talk with your sister. And Joe then tells the guys how Bill has been asked to be in the wedding. And they all like, what? Are you serious? Like, even the other guys is shocked. And Fuda was like, if you don't ask me from the beginning, then the door is closed. Point blank in the period. Like, any self-respecting person would have been like, nah, I'm good. So then Fuda says to Danielle's husband, who is cute, by the way. He's a cute little thing. He was like, what's up with your wife calling my wife a rat? So they get to talking about that situation, but Joe and Frank and the other Joe so high, they keep on messing with each other across the table and laughing that they can't even have a serious conversation about what's going on between their wives. Now, I can see in the future, or I can see at the reunion, them two gonna get into it. Let me tell you something right now. Danielle is the new Teresa, and Rachel is the new Melissa. She even looked like Melissa. Danielle even act like Teresa. Got Teresa whole storyline. Those two are about to become mortal enemies. Their husbands are not going to be able to get along because of it. And they're about to be Melissa and Teresa 2.0. Mark what I tell you. So the ladies gather for a whiskey tasting and dinner that night. Jen immediately gets drunk because she drinks everything with her drunk coochie. So Danielle was like, I'm curious to know where we stand. Are we able to just carry on talking to Rachel? And once again, you sitting up here talking about how everybody been awful to you, but you the one kicking stuff off. You didn't even have to bring the conversation up. But then you want to sit up there and cry and play victim. Ugh. So Rachel was like, no, because like, girl, like you've been coming for me. Like, what? So Danielle continues to say that they both were talking about Margaret. Y'all weren't. Rachel was like, what did you mean when you said it though? She was like, what did you mean when you said it? She was raising her voice. And Danielle was like, first of all, calm the F down. And I was like, ooh, okay, you about to have your flip the table moment. But I would agree, like, who you yelling at, first of all? I don't care who you think you're talking to, but I ain't the one nor the two. Ooh, I got something in my eye. So, I got an eyelid. Hopefully not. So, Melissa in her confession was like, everyone is placing the blame on Danielle when really it's Teresa and Jennifer that did this. They're the one that spoke to her ex-best friend. They started all of this. And to be honest with you, Melissa is 100% correct. And Danielle don't even realize that she's been used as a fucking puppet and a mouthpiece to do all of their dirty work while they sit back with their hands clean. Girl, they setting you up, you dumb, and you so willing and ready to do it because you want a spot on this show and to make your mark. Once again, Teresa is the mastermind behind all of this ridiculousness, entertaining folks' ex-best friend to get dirt on them, then trying to throw your sister-in-law on the bus again with these stupid cheating on your brother rumors that you tried years ago. Now you trying it again. Like, girl. So Danielle was like, your friend is saying a lot of stuff. And Jen is nervous. She was like, oh my God, don't say nothing. Like because she knows if it comes out, it's about to be World War II, especially when they find out that it was Jen and Teresa behind it. But Danielle plays it cool and doesn't open her mouth. So instead, Danielle was like, her kids know that her husband effed around on her because of you. You can't forgive. You can forgive, but you can't forget. And Margaret was like, that's why you're going to have a problem in your family your whole effing life. You will never have a clean slate with anybody if you keep bringing up old stuff. Now, everybody at the table tells, oh, Margaret, that was too much. That was mean. How was that mean? First of all, you came for me. Okay? You came for me by coming at me about something that happened between me and Jen. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Second of all, let's not forget that Margaret has not done one thing to Danielle this whole season. Danielle came for her. Let's not forget how this whole thing started. Danielle inserted herself in stuff that did not have anything to do with her and made judgments about Margaret based off stuff that other people said, not anything that Margaret did to her. So let's not forget that, okay? So Margaret has every right to check her, and you can't get mad at the way that I check you. Okay, you want to play? Let's play. All right. And what she said to her was some honest to God truth. And here go Danielle. Oh, don't cry now. Don't cry now when you was just a big bad wolf 5 seconds ago. You got red and didn't know what to do with yourself. And you went crying in your room. Girl, get out of here. I don't like her. Do not like her. Because you want to start stuff. But then when you get chin checked, you want to run and leave or either then start crying. Girl, you ain't built for this for real. You want to be Teresa, but you ain't got there yet. You ain't got there yet, girl. Not by a long shot. You got to toughen up. Toughen up real quick. And let me say this. I want Melissa and Joe to go after this season. Because I feel like they've done all they can do. Honestly and truly, Teresa should be going too after this season. She has her storyline. Her story has pretty much concluded. She's had her full circle moment. She's found a new love of her life. She's gotten married. Her story is complete now at this point. The only reason why that you would keep Teresa around is because she's an OG. But say, for instance, they do get rid of Melissa and Joe, which I firmly believe that they will be. Y'all don't realize you get rid of Melissa, who's she gonna focus on next? Who is she gonna focus on? It's only but so much you can continue to go back and forth with Margaret. Danielle gonna continue to climb her way to the top. That's gonna be a problem. They're going to bring in somebody else into the show to replace Melissa or keep the cast as it is. Y'all going to start turning on each other. Once that focus of Teresa gets off of Melissa because she don't have her to fight with no more. And we still going to see stuff about Louis still surface because that man is a psychopath. Okay? It's still going to be trouble in paradise because that crap over there was built on a lie. So let Melissa and Joe go. Let them go. See who she focus on next. And I feel sorry for y'all because y'all ain't gonna be able to blame it on Melissa and Joe no more. You're not gonna be able to blame it on them anymore at all. And Teresa gonna look up one day and realize that Danielle has taken her place and it's gonna be too late. And I'm going to laugh my butt off. Okay. Overall, I'm going to give tonight's episode an A. It was quite entertaining. I enjoyed it. I cried a little bit. We only got 4 episodes left until the reunion. The last episode of this season, outside of the season finale, will be Teresa's wedding special. And then after the wedding special, we'll have the reunion, child. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about tonight's episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.